What is going on, guys? We're back on the video today, and I know, I said there's going to be a special rebuild today, but I also did say if I had time, and I was dealing with stuff. I don't have time, I'm dealing with stuff, okay? So, off my back, but... So I mentioned at the end of the video as well, but if you want to see us do reloads of our rebuilds this season, or 10-year sims, let me know by leaving a like. If we get 227 likes, I'll know that you guys want to see some. But let's get back on with the video. It's going to be really disappointing when you guys see the special video and you're like, oh, yikes. And then you come back to this video and then you start disliking it. That would be unfortunate. But of course, here we are, fantasy-style rebuilding the 49ers, which are one of the up-and-coming hot teams coming on to the 2019 season. Obviously, they could easily be the team to beat in the NFC. I still think they're missing some pieces, and of course, I'm going to draft the rookies myself. Ironically, if we can get a pick near, where the Niners picked, obviously Bosa is going to be my guy. But yeah, let's make some trades. Obviously, this team's already in a really good spot, but let's try to get them better if we can, and more importantly, younger, which, I mean, they are pretty damn young, but let's see what we can do. Oh, we actually land a bit of a steal here. Jordan Howard? Jesus. Jordan Matthews, Adrian Colbert, whatever. First round pick for Davante Adams. And the reason why I hesitated on that is because of the word stuttering. I almost pulled out the YouTube you can't say anymore word. They said they didn't want these two guys. 2 seconds later, the deal is done. Give us that first round. The real question is, do I expect us to do well or not? Because if I do expect us to do well, I'm probably going to have to try to get our... no, actually, I don't want our pick back. If we're going to do well, we don't need to get our pick back. But if we're planning on doing kind of poorly, I may need to go back to our pick. It's kind of a tough decision here because we've already added a huge wide receiver talent in Davante Adams. So I don't really know. Malcolm Smith, Weston Richburg, and a third-round pick for Jamal Adams. He's always just one of the best safeties to trade for because he's the easiest to trade for with how good he is. I don't understand why EA just wants me to trade for the same guys and make you guys sub. Please don't do that. Stick it to EA by subbing instead. So we get our pick back. I couldn't resist. So hopefully this wasn't too steep, but Tevin Coleman in person for pick 8 from the Bills. So this was super steep. I have no freaking idea why, but Joe Staley, even though he's a great player, doesn't last long in Madden, so I did get rid of him. Honestly, I don't know why it took so much to get him. Maybe McKinnon wasn't as valuable as I thought because once again, he is a running back. It's a lot of times where they give you a false green. I still regret everything, though. We trade Nick Mullins, Trent Taylor, and Garrett Selleck for the Packers' first-round pick, which I've seen actually do kind of poorly every once in a while, so maybe we'll get lucky here. We trade 2 backup DTs for the Bengals' first-round pick. I was going for offensive linemen, but they wanted more than those 2 and a 4th round for Mitch Morse, who's 26 anyway, so I'd rather just wait to the draft. We trade all of this for the Dolphins' first-round pick. It's safe to say we have a lot of first-round picks. Should we trade pick 21? Let's take a look at what picks we have and maybe trade 1 or 2 off for some players. I think we can still do pretty well year 1, even though we do have our own pick, don't we? Damn. So Oakland should be good. Oh, we picked the... Damn, we have the Saints pick. Yeah, 21's definitely gone. I thought it was the Packers. Apparently the Saints are projected 30, or 21, and the Packers are projected 30, which makes no sense. Hopefully we can get someone, mainly a linebacker, honestly. So we got very thin. We traded pick 21. The best fullback in the league, and Lee for Quentin Nelson. Totally worth it, though. I don't know how much it would even take to get back our fullback if we wanted. Let's take a look. It turns out that he's a little bit harder than I would have expected. Is he really worth... Nah, it's a fullback. Who cares? So here we have our starting roster. We have Garoppolo as the starter. Breida, he's the youngest of the running backs, so he was the guy that I kept. I know they went for Tevin Coleman, but this is Madden, so leave me alone. We have a good receiving core. Pettis hopefully can develop as a beastly number 3. We will have him in our slot as our number 1 guy there. Linebacker core definitely could use a new guy. But overall, this team is definitely on the right path. We may look to draft a new quarterback, though, so we'll see about that. Pettis is there. Specialist Pettis, slot receiver. So everything's looking pretty good. Let's get on with it. So the names we have to re-sign are not very big. So we shall not worry about that at all. Robbie Gould, we'll give him a contract now. I don't know if he's going to want to stay, but we'll give him a 1-year deal. Actually, yeah, whatever, 1-year deal. If he robs us, fine. It is what it is. Right, heads to the playoffs. Obviously, year one, we have lots of draft picks. Do we have enough talent to make it there on our own? We do not, as expected. 5-11. Let's take a look at the wins. If any of them were against good teams, that'd be pretty nice. And the Vikings, Chiefs, both good teams. Raiders, not so much. Seahawks and Rams, not bad, actually. Can Jimmy prove himself? Well, you better, because otherwise I'm going to be looking for a quarterback. I mean, to be fair, we might look for a quarterback anyways, depending on where we are and, you know, who's there. Breida. Who's there? Breida. Davante Adams probably dropped in development. Yeah, we did not have a good season on offense one bit. Our offense is catered towards just throwing the ball to anyone, it seems. Throwing the ball to the number one guy on the tight end spot and the wide receiver spot. O-line didn't play too well. Sack totals, D Ford, that would be a huge disappointment for the money and picks they spent to get him. Tart was good. Gold was okay. Seahawks, Browns in the Super Bowl. The winner is, of course, the Seahawks. If you didn't know who was going to win that one, you're probably not a Madden fan. Who the hell did we trade Joe Staley to? It was the Buccaneers, right? Damn it, Joe didn't even retire. He's still here. I feel like an idiot. Either way, probably worth it. Whatever. So looking at negotiations, we want none of you. So great, we only have 17 mil to work with. Hopefully the reserve is like 30 or 40 though, which I would assume it probably is. Looking around, I mean, there's positions we have of need, but I think we should be able to get literally everything we want finished through the draft. And I know the real life rookie rosters haven't even played in Madden 20 yet, and I'm already kind of getting sick of them. When's the 2020 draft? Am I right? No? Okay. But still, when is the 2020 draft? Am I right? Hey, we have pick 1, 4, and what is that? 8? What is that? 5, 6, 7. Math is hard, okay? With the number 1 pick overall, do I really want to take a quarterback? The real question is, are the Chiefs willing to take our beloved? Probably, right? Are the Chiefs willing to take a pass rusher? Ooh, they need a right end badly. We actually would have to take Nick Bosa here. The question is, do we need Nick Bosa? There's Josh Allen, who's very good too. It would be kind of a dumb title if at his title, they draft Nick Bosa. It's like, yeah, no crap, they draft Nick Bosa. We'll keep the realism for this. Superstar dev, Nick Bosa. And I'm using a different roster this time, so I don't know if it's going to be the exact same or not, but yeah, just saying. Metcalf went number 2 overall, so there's that. Ed Oliver. I was debating on going Ed Oliver. I really think we should go middle linebacker here. We don't need a DT. We don't need a pass rusher. I really do want to stick with Jimmy Garoppolo, but he's just not going to get the job done. It really comes down to when the quarterbacks start going. We have pick 4, 7 is after that, and then we have a pick right after that as well. So I guess let's just go with Devin White. Team needs a middle linebacker desperately. Devin White is, of course, the best middle linebacker coming out of the draft. 79, well, kinda. This draft a little bit slow considering, but there it is. Kyler Murray goes to the Giants. The Jets take Quinnen Williams. If you want a quarterback, we're probably going to have to take one soon-ish. We're going to go Jonah Williams. Start to have Jonah Williams. We're killing the draft so far. Obviously, you all kind of know which players are going to go where. Pick 21. You think Dwayne Haskins stays to 21? I mean, there's only really one quarterback other than him would be Drew Lock, but I don't know. Cornerback's kind of an issue. Let's go with Greedy Williams. Super. Like this guy really loves himself some Greedy Williams. Superstar dev. I don't know when Dwayne's gonna go. The Broncos probably take him. Devin Bush, that would be a steal and a half. Cody Ford surprisingly took a long time to go. Jags may take him. They do have Foles, Colts, Steelers. I mean, I guess there's really not a team that would want to draft Dwayne Haskins, huh? I mean, I suppose we're just going to go for best available, and quarterback is that. Star dev, Dwayne Haskins. Looking like a base. Looking like a nice guy, I suppose. I'm going to go David Edwards, hope for the best. Normal development trait, really? Normal? Looking at the scouted, we still have some linebackers. But realistically, I think Weber might be a bit of a steal here for us. We need a backup running back, and he fits that backup mold pretty nicely. Last pick of the draft, pick 4, round 7. We're probably, once again, we're going to go just best available. There's a couple of guys here that would have went a lot higher in real life. Rocky Sin. We don't really need another corner. I mean, we could use another corner. How good is he? I'd probably rather go with the wide receiver. We're not needing a wide receiver, but might as well go with one. Terry. Didn't he go to the... No, I was thinking of someone else. The unfortunate part is we have literally no way of replacing Jimmy Garoppolo because they decided to lock him in after, what, a couple of games in real life. So that's a rip, but it is what it is. We'll work with it. So we have our starting lineup. Hopefully Dwayne Haskins kills it. Otherwise, I'll regret everything because Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be costing a ton of money to sit on the bench for a couple of seasons, and I'll be depressed about that. Linebacking core is looking great. Defensive line looking great. Corners looking old, but that's why we got greedy. Got greedy. But 89 overall, definitely fine. We still actually do have to trade one player off for a draft pick, which would be Mr. Solomon Thomas. We need more draft picks because we don't have any, even though we really don't need to draft anyone. Solomon Thomas, a 4th and a 5th this year for the Dolphins' first-round pick. And let's see if we can turn our pick into the Raiders, because I don't think we're going to be bad this season. We sure as hell better not be, at least. Here we go. Raiders pick. And, I mean, we have our own second-round pick, so if we are bad, we'll at least have that to fall back on. But let's get on to Season 2. So I left it a little long. Some may say it's almost the end of the season. Just saying. Glad that we got the offer. I wasn't going to give Breida a contract, to be honest, but he usually does get re-signed. I don't really see him in free agency. I mean, actually, do I? I think I might. But yeah, he's going to get a contract. Same with our Eric Armstead. Hopefully, once we're able to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, our money will be even better. What did he say? Oh, he's glad to get the deal done. Usually, they just say, like, a long sentence. He's like, I'm happy. Heads of the playoffs, 17 games. That's not what that means. 12-4, Dwayne Haskins MVP. I'll show you guys we didn't cheat. I will show you. I did change the scheme, but that's beside the point because I honestly, in other years, it's like, oh, the spread scheme is the best way to go. I don't know what scheme to use anymore, so that's about it. Dwayne Haskins already proven so well that he was the right decision. Sorry, Jimmy Garoppolo. That's just the way it is. Matt Breida with a downgrade. I don't know how he would have went up last season, but there you go, down this year. Devontae, that's a dev up, right? It is, even though if it wasn't, I wouldn't have been that mad. Dante Pettis, development trait of star. It makes sense because 13 touchdowns, slot receiver. I think it really comes down to what the player's milestones are, maybe. I don't even know. Nick Bosa, terrible 2.5. He's always bad. Year 1 for me. Jesus. The devil soul in me wanted to come out and play. Saying things you probably shouldn't say out loud, but I did. Let's go on to the divisional round. Of course, we have a bye week. That's what happens when you're a god. 12-4. Dwayne Haskins is a bit of a beast. It's 95 overall. Of course, he has the confidence of a champion. Throw power is up quite a bit. Dante Pettis. Devontae Adams. I almost said Dante Adams. Do we move Pettis up? No, probably not, right? Did Jonah Williams go up in dev? Maybe that's just something you can't do until I don't know. Who cares? Defensively, yeah, that's all I want to know. Devin White really didn't upgrade himself too well. Greedy Williams with the Superstar Dev obviously did. This is by far the best team in the playoffs, so I expect nothing but wins across wins. The Titans won their game, so that is one of the opponents on the other side. I don't know who the hell we'd have to play. Probably like the Saints or something. Maybe the Cowboys. Cowboys have been winning a lot lately, too. I would say the Rams, but that's who we're playing right now. Start of the second quarter. Up by 7. Both defense doing a great job, as expected. Really wish we would start scoring, though. Once again, it's a good defensive battle, but maybe our defense can battle better than theirs, maybe. That's not true on this drive. It is all tied up, but that's beside the point. 3rd and 2. Defense doing a damn good job once again. Offense, please, just drive down. The Rams are good, but they're not that good. And we prove it there. 2 minutes left. We are up by 7. Can we hold on? We can. 28-21. The Rams are one of the toughest teams to beat in Sim. And Dwayne Haskins put on a bit of a show. He did throw 2 picks, but that is fine. Considering his running back wasn't even nearly as good, so obviously it was definitely a passing battle that he was able to win. D Ford with a pretty good season, and then, heading into the playoffs, doing well here. First game completed. Let's see if we can continue that pressure on the defense. A lot of sacks in that game. It's going to be Chicago, believe it or not. I was actually going to take their pick as well because they had a low projection, but good thing we did. And I wanted Roquan, couldn't get him. I wanted Kyle Fuller, couldn't get him. I wanted Clinton Dix. I wanted Eddie Jackson. They weren't having it. They didn't want anyone. We had like 2 greens from 80-plus overall players year 1, and it just didn't happen. Trubisky with a really good season. Pretty damn close to MVP status. Completion percentage is a little bit lower, though. I think, actually. I didn't know. I think he had about 550 attempts, didn't he? Browns are in the Super Bowl. No surprise there. Come on, 49ers. Who has the ball first? So we're going left to right. Yeah, left to right. We only get 6, though, off of 2 drives. We're getting field goals, but I don't know. That's probably not going to be enough, right? Wow, 5 field goals already. And it started the 4th. Here we go with a nice rushing touchdown. Up 9. Defense just has to slow them down, and offense just needs to get a couple of first downs. Or just no first downs. The Browns are going to have a great... The Bears are going to have a great chance to try and win this. Defense locks them down. Offense doing well. Huge 3rd and 6 conversion. That probably will lead to the win, and it will. We are going to be into the Super Bowl versus the Browns, 29-20. So basically, if the defense can hold the opposing team to under like 24 points, we should be fine. You know, we're going to score into the high 20s. Not a very good game either side on the passing side. Breida, though, with a very good match for himself. Finally, Khalil Mack killed it. I don't know who Demontre... I actually do know who Demontre Moore is, but I didn't expect him to actually play. Jamal Adams with a pick. Robbie Gould was perfect. Well, they had 2 missed field goals. Wow. Really sticking it to your old team there, huh, Robbie? You are a savage. What an absolute meanie head. And that's the kind of insults I have to use because of YouTube's guidelines. You garbage ears, YouTube. Here we go. Going against the Browns. We have a high overall team. They have a higher one than the last team. That's what I meant to say. We went from 87 to 88, and then now to 90. The Browns, very good in sim. Please just be a little bit less good than normal. Words are hard, and Baker Mayfield had a pretty damn close completion percentage, almost like right on the nose. But obviously Dwayne overall did play better, and he was the league MVP. See if the defense can get it going early with some stops. Obviously the defense has played a great set of games here in the postseason. And this is the biggest one, so please, there you go. Early start on defense. We only get 3, though. They only get 3 as well. Defense, not doing great there, but the offense did worse. Defense doing good enough to get them the ball back. However, here, they're up by 7. Start of the second half. It's not looking good for us. It's not over, but it's not looking good, I will say. Please, what is this? 3rd and goal. They can't get it. And they missed the field. No, it's blocked. Talk about earning a win. Please earn this win. Oh, my Lord. That is unbelievable. If that isn't fate, like if we actually lose this game, I don't even know what to tell you. Look at that defense. In that 3rd and 12, they can't convert. You got to trust the defense, which has played really well. Ugh, I said under 24, guys. We actually lost, didn't we? Devontae. Wow. What a freaking catch. Holy crap. That's an amazing play. I would like to extend my insults to Dwayne Haskins with a formal 98 throw power Mytookus. Oh, is that Kittle? Wide open. Okay, yeah, this game's looking a lot easier than all the other times we had to clutch up. Like, this looks like a walk in the park. Look at the receiving options. So many good players. You know, not even the best yet either. Like, they can still improve. Goodwin inside. Goodwin. Hurry up to the line. We could try to win this thing. Forget the tie game. Come on, Dwayne. Just don't throw a pick. Oh, that would have been an amazing play. Pettis had a step on him, and I knew he wasn't going to be able to turn around. Good try. Honestly, I should even have Breida and like any of these guys that can get me in trouble. No way. Oh, I thought he would have held on to that. Gonna let the AI kick a field goal and see what the AI can do in OT. What a Super Bowl, though, I must say. That would have been ironic for us to miss. I think this is our ball. Please tell me it wasn't our ball. Kick back to the 20 as well. Defense does a good job. I mean, this is a bit of a battle now. Whoever gets the first field goal wins the game. Frickin' hell. What a punt, though. Come on, defense. Wow, what a game. Holy crap. Are we going to win? I think we're going to win. What? Wait. We did win. 30-27. That's not how overtime works, but I will take it, EA. Thank you very much. What a damn Super Bowl. One of the best Super Bowls ever played, really. I just can't believe that. I mean, that was, what a game. I mean, how many times are you going to see in overtime where I think both teams punted the ball twice, did they not? It sure as hell seemed like. I think both teams did punt twice. Of course, we had just enough juice in the tank. First time in the postseason here, scoring over 20. Well, you know, in the 20s, 29. And we score 30, which is just enough to win. I'd like to see the kickers, see if that played a factor. Because, of course, Robbie Gould, pretty good in the regular season. Absolutely perfect in the postseason so far. And those throws were nice. I know the first one was a little rough. It was a really slow, quarterback to wide receiver time to travel. But still, it was decent. And Breida was the MVP. I couldn't even see what his numbers were. We're definitely going to do another season. And if we lose, we may try another season. But, of course, we'll do at least one minimum season. And that's about it. So let's, see the rest of this ceremony and hopefully pick up a few players to keep this train going. I mean, I don't think we even have to re-sign many players. I think we already did that. And, of course, when Garoppolo already having one of the greatest careers of all time, barely starting for Super Bowl tallies. Garoppolo going to be dumped off the team again soon. Man, the man just keeps winning Super Bowls and keeps getting kicked off teams. How many times are you going to see it? Hate to see it. It just happens. Of course, Baker Mayfield definitely outplayed Dwayne, but defense was too much. Kareem Hunt was killer for them. I don't even know. Who's Kareem Hunt? I mean, what? A lot of catches for the receivers. You can tell it was a long game. Basically a double overtime. And Suckup did miss a kick, so there's your overtime right out the window. Thankfully he did, because we are Super Bowl champions. So Robbie Gould definitely getting that contract here. Just give him a 2-year deal. He'll stay until he's 40. I believe in him. Glad to stay. Vogel was decent, but it's a punter. I'll let the game deal with that. I don't care. He was okay in the Super Bowl there. He did have a punt where it pinned him to the 8, and they started running wild on us. But obviously, since they were at the 8, they couldn't get in field goal range anyways. Marquise Goodwin needs to be replaced. He's 29 and regressing hard. Offensive line is fine, I think. Defense, safety work, Tart could use an upgrade. Defensive line, all that stuff is starting to do, it's doing pretty well, I suppose. And cornerback, honestly, I mean, we don't have to worry about it this year, but if there's a guy, we'll take a look. The $31.5 million, I don't know when we can get rid of Jimmy, but surely after this next season, we would be able to, I would assume. Here's Bourne. This is the guy we actually traded off. Apparently did pretty well with whoever the hell we gave him to. Anthony Brown, we've done that move a lot, and we don't really need him anyways. Here's a Fat Tony, basically. Here's a punter. He's not really that good, but he is accurate. I suppose kick power is probably not that important for punters in Sim. It's all about that accuracy. Young, good kick power. Or not good kick power, good accuracy with good development. Here we are with pick 7. We have a cornerback that I really want to get, which would, fix our entire issue there. There's 2 guys, though. One doesn't have those insane numbers, but he is very good anyways. The other one with basically like 90 man coverage right out the gate. So, questions, huh? Bram Cadet went that high. Like, I can't... Oh, that was our guy, too. Damn it. There's a couple of corners. Brazil, man. There's a couple. Damn, there's not a couple, is there? No, there is. But then again, that guy could play. Whatever. We're not going to worry about it. Pick 7, we'll take a guy. So looking at the draft board, we have a cornerback, and here he is. So Brazil is our man. Please be good. Quick development. 78 overall. Balanced type of player. Kind of do it both. And that's good enough for me. So pick 11. What's our pick after that? So pick 32. Oh, yeah, because we won the Super Bowl. Those potentials are insane. We got to go for him. 83 overall, quick dev. He's going to be on the slower side, but he's still insanely smart and good. I mean, that's a good player. It's a good starting free safety for us as our other guy ages. I don't remember what his name is because he's our other guy. Blair Smiley, don't know if we need him. I'm going to take him. Super reach, not worth it. That's what happens when I lose all will to survive. I'm going to take this Murtha guy. I think he's going to be a star. One of the best tight ends in the league. And with those ratings, can you really go wrong? Draft recap, my favorite part of where we get to see where we went wrong. Casey Thornton, quick dev. I didn't know he was 24, so that does change things. He's obviously a great, well-rounded player, and that agility is actually pretty damn good. Normally, you don't even see close to that. Let's take a look at this cadet guy, quick dev. He's okay. He's okay, but, I mean, underwhelming for, you see an 83 overall guy who's 21, and you think, wow, that's a really good player. And he was, just not as good as he could have been. Holy crap. Some really high overall safeties, but yeah, he's once again another overrated player because he's old as hell, normal dev, no one cares. Rambo, you're decent, but your strength sucks. Look how many corners went in the first round. Holy creep. I did have a wide receiver, actually. I think his name was Little. Wide receiver actually went a couple of picks before us. Walker Little, normal development. Not bad, but eh. Gotta love when you can't develop through the draft because everyone outside the top 15 picks are trash. So we trade Tart, Verrett, and Lakin Tomlinson for DJ Moore. Here we go. Marquise Goodwin, Richie James, and a second-round pick for the Broncos' 4th pick projection overall. So we trade Witherspoon, a 3rd round this, and our pick 30 for the Jets' pick 6. Maybe took a little bit of a hit on that one, but of course we're expected to do pretty damn well. Unfortunately, Jimmy Garoppolo is a guy we will have to keep for at least one final season. Which is ironic because if we win the Super Bowl, it'll probably be our final season doing this rebuild. So Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be on for another amazing ride. Luckiest man in the NFL. And yeah, that's about it. So we have some negotiations of those guys. There's a few big names. Looking at the ages. So Jamal Adams obviously is going to get a 5-year deal here. I don't even know how the hell we're affording Jimmy Garoppolo and all these players. We basically have two, really expensive quarterbacks. I don't know how, to be fair, I don't know how expensive Dwayne Haskins is, but it seems like we're somehow stretching this roster a lot, considering the salary situation. I really don't know how. I really don't. Maybe just because we keep replacing people, but yeah, I just don't get it. So Richard Sherman, he probably gets a contract, maybe plays safety for us. Pretty good idea. Not a bad idea at all. We'll see, though. Here we go, headed to the playoffs, and what are we seeing? We are seeing another bye week, a 13-3. We did not win MVP this time, but 13-3 we did do better than last year, so obviously getting rid of the picks, smart idea. Losses came from the Eagles, the Seahawks, and the Rams. Not bad teams to lose by. Lose two anyways. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at the season. How much of a drop was it for Dwayne? A little bit, but not a whole lot. Picks exactly the same. Breida got back into that category of star dev. The age really seems to be low for him. I feel like he's aging once every 2 years, which is nice. Offensive line, obviously that's not the case, but it still feels nice. You know what it feels. What feels nice. What? A much better season sack total wise. Really good. Buckner with a great season. Who got 4 picks? Oh. Brazel, my man. He didn't go up in dev. Oh, all right. I mean, I guess maybe not, but still a decent season. The development traits are important. Rams again, huh? I feel sorry for them. I also feel sorry for us. So they're an 88 overall, which is like 1 overall higher than they were before. Nothing really too worrisome. It's not looking good. However, start of the second half will be only a 4-point deficit. Had a great chance on offense there to close that gap. Here we are at the 1-yard line, and can we get in, please? We do. We missed the extra point, though. That's actually kind of big. And there's an interception by Jamal Adams. And there he goes. I believe he just got a contract from us as well. Did we get a 2-point conversion there? I don't know. I think, oh, Sherm, you son of a guy. Probably, maybe. I almost said, I meant like born from a guy, but that's, whatever. 3rd and 4, no conversion, so offense has a great chance to come back. We don't miss that extra point. If this game isn't bad, I guess, would be another situation. It's time to win the game. I'm going to throw it inside, and McLaurin with a huge play. DJ Moore could have that inside step. Might go to Breida, though. We are going to go to Breida. That's a perfect throw, and all the way down to the 4-yard line. What a decision. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I've made a mistake. Damn it, this is a bit of an issue now. Back of the end zone, and McLaurin You're telling me he didn't get those feet down. Review. Review. Come on. Review it. It wasn't Breida. Oh, come on, man. That's perfect. No, we're not. And it's intercepted by Smith. I blew it. I blew it. If I was going to throw that, I had to throw it right away, and I hesitated. And it's intercepted. Terrible decision by us. And unfortunately, that's just the way it goes when you're not good at the game like me. Nice. Unfortunately, Dwayne Haskins did throw a lot of picks. We threw one of them, but he did throw 2 on his own, which is a lot. George Kittle with a huge game. DJ Moore. I mean, you look at the stat line, it just seems like we should have won that game. Gotta say that extra point miss is huge. I don't know if they blocked it. What's the story? Extra point. There was an extra point miss, wasn't there? Or did they go for 2 maybe? I don't even know. Or maybe there was like a bad snap. Who knows? Or maybe I'm just bad at math. I could have sworn it felt like we didn't get as many extra points as we could have. So you got the Browns and the Falcons in the Super Bowl. Who's going to win this one? Browns, we beat them by a little margin. Of course, they win the game there. So is that 2 out of 3 now for the Browns? I think it may be. Richard Sherman, he's only an 85 overall. We're just going to completely replace him here now, which kind of sucks because we don't really have an answer for him with cornerback situation, but that's beside the point. Let's go on with it. Hopefully there's a cornerback here for us. 33 mil to work with. David Bakhtiari, that's a pretty big name. We don't really need a guy like David right now, though. Plus a 6-year at 29? What the hell? It's way too expensive. Antonio Brown, don't need a wide receiver. We really just need a damn cornerback. And unfortunately, that's just not something we're going to get here. So we did get Sidney Jones back. Well, not back, but we got him. Damn, this is a really good tight end. Kittle, probably like 27, 28 by now, but obviously not a position of need yet. And won't be for the entirety of this thing because we're playing one last season regardless, win or lose. Obviously, if we win, it's perfect. If we lose, the dynasty's gone anyways. So there it is. And maybe we come back to this in the future. Probably not, though. I mean, I don't even know if we're going to do reloads at all. So we have pick 5. I don't know. That cornerback is like the #1 corner, and he is pretty damn good. Zeke Borrell, he's a mid-first. I mean, he's a good corner. Is he like the guy? I don't know. He's good, but we'll see. If he's there, we take him. If he's not, we'll find other options, and he's gone. Damn it, I really want him, but I'm not trading up to #2 for him. There's plenty of options. You got the hybrid safety as well. He's actually very good early first. Do we take him as a corner? I mean, I think he's pretty good, right? I mean, that guy looks pretty good to me. Hybrid corner coming up. Well, not really a hybrid corner. He's just going to be a corner. And he looks like a top-tier cornerback to me. Do we just take Tucker Watts anyways? It's a little high, but whatever. Quick dev, 78 overall. That's a guy you could think about for the future when Jamal gets older. I don't know. Who the hell? It was a good pick, though, I feel like. And we can obviously... Ooh, maybe not obviously, but hopefully the center's there. If he's not, I don't really care, to be honest. So we have our line settled anyways. The oldest guy we have is probably McGlinchey. Or, actually, to be fair, we're probably getting a little old. Center is still there. Maybe a little bit of a reach. Nah, not really. Superstar development. I did not think that was going to be the case. That guy will actually start at center as well. Edwards will stay just in case, once again, we need to replace one of the guys. Obviously, we won't need to, but just thinking about the future in case we come back. You never know. So we only took 3 picks. All of our other picks were useless. It was not a very deep draft. We'll take a look at Borrell, and that's pretty much it. Not even that great, to be honest, because his agility and excel were very terrible. We got our safety that will be playing cornerback, so there's that. All right, so here we are with the final roster. We have Delgado starting, which is kind of stupid, but he is superstar dev, so he's going to get up to that point higher than Edwards is anyways, you would assume. Cornerback is a little bit of a downfall, but there's a lot of potential there, and really we're just looking to replace a DT or DN, but obviously we don't care about that right now because we're on our final year. So here we are having to re-sign some players. Quentin Nelson, one of the best linemen in the league, getting a contract. Where is the money, gone? Oh, maybe I spoke a little too soon. Fred Warner's killing it. Holy crap. Has he actually been doing that good? Okay, I mean, I think he's had a lot of tackles, but he did have a 4 sacks wouldn't be enough. 4 sacks. He did have 100 tackles, 4 sacks, maybe. Ooh, his hair looks kind of cool. McGlinchey, I don't know. D Ford, probably not. I mean, if he went back up to star development, he would actually be such a steal. Devontae Adams, I think he's good enough for a 4-year deal. We'll allow it. Yeah, maybe our money isn't as good as I thought we were. We're running a little low. Maybe I spoke too soon there. DJ Moore always gets like a crazy contract in free agency because nobody, I don't know why, but the Panthers just usually don't re-sign him for some reason. Heading to the postseason after the re-signings, the upgrades, how are we faring? We are back with another bye week, 12-4 Baker Mayfield with the NFL MVP on his way to special things. I mean, the Browns are already doing pretty damn well, so I guess on his way to special individual things, if you want to call it that way. Same yardage, more picks, less touchdowns. I'm worried. This is the year because we took a little bit of a step back as well. Sometimes when I speak really quickly with sentences, it sounds like I'm shooting off a machine gun. Oh, I should have re-signed him. Oh, we should have re-signed him like a D Ford with the season of a lifetime. 19 sacks. Oh, that sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't expect it to happen. I don't expect our guys to ever get that many sacks. Getting to the double digits in general is hard enough. Almost to 20. That's another story. Going against the Packers of all teams, interesting. I don't even know if they'd have Rodgers. 85 overall tells me probably not. A little bit of a rain game in San Francisco. Up by 3. We go from the right to the left, so we know exactly where we're coming from. If we can get down, I was about to say, if we can get down the Veal, that is. Start of the second half, it's looking okay. I don't know how to feel. Our defense is killing it, but theirs shouldn't be. That's the big issue. 24-10. I mean, they're doing okay. We really didn't have a great game. It's just a lockdown defense. Rodgers is still on the field for the Packers, which is interesting. Haskins did pretty well. Breida, he's just not been good. He's a good overall. He just hasn't played well. Defense pass rush was really good. Brazel with a play. Interception, only one of the team. Almost accidentally simmed to the Super Bowl, which would have been interesting. Back to the Rams, this time in the conference championship, though. So a little bit later, which tells us that they are a very good sim team. Obviously, 93 overall. They went up 5 overalls through the offseason. They're just always on top of their game. But are they as good as us? Probably not. Jets are in the Super Bowl with a very convincing win. Both teams not really a great overall record. If the Rams win here, I think it's a 10-6 Super Bowl across the board. 2 on their side and then 1 on ours, obviously. I think we're left to... No, we're not. We're right to the left, which is really sucky because it's the start of the second half and we're down 20. Okay, thank God we got that touchdown. That touchdown's the difference between winning and losing this game. Obviously, they're proving it very well here. As we're only down by 3. What a comeback. But, of course, it's going to be a 10-point deficit we need to overcome, and it's an interception. Defense did a really good job. Offense is really struggling, though. Here with 3 minutes left, down 3. 3rd and 5. That probably is the game, huh? Got a lot of people in coverage here, so they could slip one on the ground game. We got that locked. So with about 20 seconds of offense, probably less, this is going to be an interesting one. I really don't like verticals, but that's what we're going to do. This is for the Super Bowl, Obviously, we're not in it right now, but to get to the Super Bowl, Pettis could be the move. Oh! Please tell me that's a dime. It is a dime! And DJ Moore is gone! The Minnesota Miracle ×2. What a throw. I saw an inch. He got an inch. DJ Moore is so deceptively fast. Got an inch. Bombed it. Perfect throw from Dwayne. Going on to the Super Bowl, I think. Right? We do. Devastated Rams. We've been kind of splitting the series this whole rebuild. Dwayne just barely outperforms Goff. Breida outperforms him, but it's just a bad performance for both running backs in general. Sack totals, really nothing to be happy about. Sidney Jones and Nickel Roby-Coleman, both 2 picks each. It's good games from those two fellas, doing the best for their team. Going to be the Browns? No, we know it's the Jets. We know it's the Jets. New York Jets. They usually do pretty damn well in sim as well after the first 2 to 3 years. 89 overall versus our 97 overall roster. On paper, it should be just the easiest win in history, but something tells me we may even lose. Oh, they are. For some reason, I'm thinking of the Chargers. That's not the Chargers. That threw me off so hard. So from right to left is them, left to right is us, and you can tell by the lack of scoring. It's a tied game at 3-all. We do get 7. Huge. Defense is killing it so far. This is looking pretty good. Start of the second half. Here we are in the 4th quarter, up by 14 points. This could be a dynasty. It sure as hell looks that way. Both teams' offense is struggling. 5 minutes left. The Jets do get 7 on the board. Come on, fellas. 3rd and 7. Penalty on the offense. It's still going to be a punt. I don't understand how that works. They've got 3 timeouts. The game's not going to allow to use them. And we win another Super Bowl. 24-17 is the final. Why would they wear their throwbacks? I don't know. That makes no sense. In the Super Bowl, what kind of power move is that? That's just an interesting one. But hey, they tried it. Clearly it didn't work. Back to the drawing board on that decision. And yeah, we win 2 Super Bowls in the span of 3 years. I like it. Year 1, we missed the playoffs tragically. Well, maybe not tragically. 5-11, which I would say it probably would be tragically after all the acquisitions in real life. Not even just that, but the moves we made. Dwayne Haskins is the MVP of the Super Bowl with 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 266 yards, which is pretty mediocre, honestly. I'm a little shocked that he actually won it with that. But the most important thing is the part where he won it. I want to see if he was actually better than Darnold, though, because usually in the postseason he does get outperformed, and if he doesn't, he just throws more picks. So it's a grain of salt situation where it's like, yeah, he did well, but he also turns the ball over like a moaf. But either way, Dwayne Haskins, Devin White. Devin White was actually really silent in this series, in this rebuild anyways. Normally, it's always the main rookies. I guess to be fair, so was Bosa. It was all about that. It was really just the Dwayne Haskins show. Yeah, Darnold definitely did not outperform him. He was actually kind of locked down. Burrito was an kind of guy for me defensively. No, yeah, maybe. It is what it is. It's a whole Super Bowl. That was a really bad one, honestly. That was really just statistically it was terrible. No one on defense really made any crazy plays. It was just an average Super Bowl. Look at Ricky Delgado. I know we have the sliders on 250%, and I do have him on the practice, but unbelievable season. Yeah, you can tell I let the AI upgrade a lot because they kind of didn't go for run blocking, did they? Unbelievable stuff. I can't believe they actually just didn't go for run blocking at all. But obviously, we finished with one of the best teams we've ever had. And after the season's over, Jimmy Garoppolo will be eligible to be released. Actually, right now. So we lose $7 million, but we gain technically 10. Well, we gain 17 in space, but $7 million is dead. So we're in a good spot. And obviously, we won 2 Super Bowls. So this Niners rebuild was a success and a half. I really hope you did enjoy. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. It means a ton to me. Leave a like on the video. Most importantly, leave me a comment with something, something relevant to the video or just whatever. If you have a suggestions for a series, something you're excited for in Madden 20, you're like, man, I can't wait for you to rebuild the Niners in Madden 20, or you're like, man, I got a really good idea. I'm going to tell you in the comment section right now. You're typing as we speak. I don't know. But anyways, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. I don't know if I mentioned that. But also, I might have a like goal in the beginning. We're going to say 100, just because I want to know if we actually want to see it. 227 likes if you guys want us to do reloads of some of our 10-year sims and or rebuilds. If you do, you also got to let me know which ones you want to see, because I have them pretty much all saved. I just don't know which ones were really eligible. Obviously, I'll go back if I have to. But anyways, enough of that gibber and the jabbers. Hope you come back for next video, but until next video, see